This is Jalixa, and welcome to my channel. So today we have a special guest. Her name is Regine. It's a very good friend of mine. We actually met years ago in college, and I would love for you guys to meet her. She's starting up her YouTube just like I was a couple months ago. So definitely she is one that I would say subscribe to her channel, like, share. This is going to be a really good time. We are going to be doing an interview. So I'm going to be interviewing Regine because she is pregnant just like I am with her second child. And I will get into the questions a little later. I'm going to give her a little chance to introduce herself, say a little bit about her, and then we will get to the questions.
Well, thank you for this nice warm welcome. It is good to be here. Just like Jalixa mentioned, I am Regine. We met a long time ago from college. I think it was undergrad, not even master's, So it was a long time ago. And also I did ended up going to one of an event that her church was having, which was a blessing. I remember it for some reason. But yeah, I'm married with my, I have a daughter, she's what, 17 weeks? No, 17 months. 17 months. And then currently expecting a second one. And I guess we might get, I don't have to reveal what I'm having now. I don't know if that's one of your questions, but yeah. So this is me.
That is awesome. Yes, I have 10 questions for Regine today, and let's get right to it. So real quick, just to get it out of the way.
Yeah.
What are you expecting? Is it a boy? Is it a girl?
It's like it's not that I was hoping for a boy, but I'm having a girl, by the way. Let's just get it out of the way. Yeah. Currently having another girl, but honestly, I'm happy, because I have sisters, and I grew up with sisters around me. And although it was hectic growing up, but the relationship we have now, being older, is so amazing. And I'm just so happy for my daughter that she's gonna have a little sister. And especially the age gap, they really close to age, and I'm happy for her. So I am having another girl.
Are you and your sister close in age as well?
Actually, not really. We, probably 2 or 3 years apart.
Okay.
And my little sister is what, 5, if not more apart. So we really thought she was gonna turn out to be a boy. But when we found out it was a girl, whatever, another one. It's like, but yeah, they kept trying, and all girls.
I'm afraid that that's what's gonna happen to me.
Right? Or me, right?
My husband's gonna make me want to go for that third, and then it turns out to be a boy again. Stop the fact.
Right? Right? It's like the same thing for me. 2 girls. Do I go for the third? But we'll see.
That's good. Because I did hear, and I experienced myself that when you're very close in age, like the relationship, you grow up to be like best friends. Me and my brother are only 18 months apart, and we are like best friends. I mean, I can probably count on one hand how many times we've argued, because that's how close we are. And it's crazy. So that's why I wanted that for my child as well.
Yeah, hopefully, I know growing up, you probably won't be like that in the beginning, because with the sharing and crying, but it does pay off when you're older. So
now, do you have different cravings this time than you did the first time?
I just crave. I don't know if it's different, but I did crave with my daughter, and this one definitely. I feel like my craving with my daughter was more expensive.
What were you craving?
was
Give me an
craving,
example.
and you have to go far to get them because they're not around here. So, it was weird. Like I remember one time I was craving Noodle House, which is in New Haven in York Street. And that's what I wanted. I drove and I spent hours in traffic with my sister. I dragged her along, to go get noodles and bubble tea. And then we ended up get seafood, which I didn't even touch. So that day was, she was just an expensive baby. But with this one, just the other day I was craving Burger King. I wanted Burger King sandwich, and thankfully my dad was going out. I was like, please grab me a Burger King sandwich, So I just crave. And I think I noticed my cravings probably start more like during the first trimester. And then it's not that throughout the pregnancy I'll stop craving here and there, just not as much.
Okay.
But the difference is it was just more expensive with the first one.
Would you describe this pregnancy easier or harder than your first?
I will say I have similar how you call it? Pregnancy brain. I had that too with my first. But I don't know. Let me see. Harder. I think it is harder, just because I'm taking care of my 1-year-old. So it takes a lot. Because you have this big belly that goes everywhere you go, and you have this child you have to carry. So it's definitely harder, and especially now because of COVID, you're working from home, so you wear so many hats. You're the full-time employee, you a mom, you're a wife, you have to take care of the home, cook, and you're pregnant on top of it. So I definitely feel like this one is definitely harder than the first one because of the responsibility that comes with it. But the pregnancy itself, I think it's the same. I think it's the same. I did had some sickness in the beginning, just like Rena. My daughter's name is Rena, by the way. So when it comes to the pregnancy itself, it's similar, but the responsibility is more than what it was before.
I could definitely agree with you on that. It's definitely harder than what you thought it would be. Planning on being pregnant, like so back to back, and then actually getting pregnant, then you're like, snap, I'm exhausted. And I still have to take care of my other baby, and I still have to, make sure that there's food,
Yeah, it's a lot for the body. It's a lot for the body and the mind as well. But at the end of the day, we're doing it.
Yeah.
We're doing
And
it.
you kind of touched a little bit on what my next question was, which was how do you find how do you balance work and life, especially working from home now with the whole pandemic? And just to add another question in there, how do you find your me time?
Is there such a thing? Me time. Oh my goodness. I think I have to think about that. When I got my me time, and I don't even want to call it me time, but I think God purposely did it like that. And it's not a good thing that happened to us, but at the same time, I can really consider it as my me time. Is when 3 weeks ago, when myself and my whole family was tested positive for COVID, because I was tested positive before we got the result for my daughter, and my husband was negative. So I had to quarantine myself from them. So which is I was in the womb by myself, no child, right? My husband was taking care of her, and it's so funny. It's like, God always make provisions, because before that I bought a journal. I was like, I want to start journaling, I want to start talking to God in my journal, and so so it's like that time I had to, trying to start, feeling better and hopefully fight COVID really. I spend that time, to really think of who I am, where I am now, my calling, me being a mom, I really had time to breathe and just think of me, you know, um,
That's amazing.
beating the sickness, to come out of the sickness and all that stuff. So I think that's when I had my me time because honestly, like you said, I'm working full time from home. I'm a director of a program, working full time from home. And then you full time wife, you still have to take care of the husband, if you know what I mean.
Mhm.
You have to cook and you have to take care of your 1 year old. So that was the only time really I recently had since I've been, pregnant with my second child
I
to
mean,
myself.
you just like inspired me to start journaling again. I did that for my first pregnancy and I
Mhm.
haven't even touched the journal since. And I'm like, I you mentioning that just kind of inspires me to try to get back on it just because it helped me and I love how you incorporate just finding yourself and having that a time to speak to God as well. I love that. And the reason why I had asked like how do you find your me time is because I still haven't found it and I need help. I need help.
No, honestly, I mean, I think we just have to be intentional
Yeah.
about it. Like we have to plan with our husbands
Mm.
or family members and be intentional and say, I need time. Like sometimes when like if I'm tired, especially with this pregnancy, say,
Mhm.
baby girl, you're going downstairs to grandma. It's like go to grandma, and then take an hour or two nap, So we just have to be intentional, you know.
Yeah, that's a great idea. I like that a lot. Like that helped me out just now a lot.
Yeah.
Do you feel in any way that do you feel unprepared for this second child coming in any way?
I have another girl. I have all the clothes saved from the first one.
I
All
should
I
have
have
done
to
that.
do is just a couple of loads of laundry. It's like they're gonna fit, especially my first child, she was a small baby. And I
Mhm.
feel like I tend to have small babies just because I'm a small person.
Yeah.
So they're gonna fit perfectly, for her. And we just have to, my husband is really hoping to remodel the nursery because even though in the beginning she'll be in our room, uh,
Hmm.
the bassinet.
Yeah.
Eventually, when you transition her, she's gonna share one with her sister. So he just wanna do some, rearranging in her room. But no, I'm ready.
That's
Um,
good. It's funny because I started thinking, I'm like, man, maybe I shouldn't have given all my baby clothes away. So
oh no, I kept all mine, and my husband said, "Well, maybe that's why you're having another girl. Then you're supposed to give them away, So it's like I'm calling it. I was like, I'm fine with that. So, but after this one, most likely I'll give them away.
yeah. Yeah, I gave them away because this lady at my church had a baby and she had like nothing. So it's like, oh, I'll help you out. So I started giving her like all the like newborn clothes. But then as the months go on, like I still till today, I still give her everything that my
Because
baby
they grow
doesn't
up
fit.
so fast, and our kids grow up so fast. Sometimes they don't even get to wear most of them.
Oh yeah,
So
I gave her things that still had tags, and I'm like, you know what? I'd rather give it to you than because if I hold on to it and then I have a girl, like what am I gonna do with it? And then I don't know a baby at that
yeah,
age that will use it. So I just
exactly.
give her everything. I'm like, "Oh, I'll
That's
get
not
blessed somehow.
exactly.
um, the next question. Wow, we're really going through these questions quick, and it doesn't even feel
Okay,
that way.
right?
I have like three more left.
Oh my goodness.
What is the best and I don't want to call it the worst, but I'll call it the most difficult part of being a mom?
The best. Oh my God, there's so many. like when it comes to best, even though, being a mom is hard work, it's no joke. I don't
Mhm.
think it's for the weak at all.
Mhm.
So, but there's so many, like, the best thing about being a mom, but my favorite one is, oh my God, it's like those hugs. I don't know where. I think she learned it from me. That I, tend to touch her face a lot, her little body, and now she's doing the same thing to me. And her father, it's like when she's next to us, she'll just hug us, and it's like she just shares. She's not just, well, she don't really talk right now, but she's showing you that she loves you and caring, for you. So I think that's my favorite part of being a mom. And the word that you use, it, what was it, the most
Difficult.
difficult, the most difficult bedtime. Bedtime is the most difficult. Oh my God, I don't know, maybe I should have been like do more research when it comes to bedtime.
Mhm.
But oh my God, what a struggle. So I'm trying to prepare myself with the second one to not make the mistake that I made with Reina. But
No.
the most difficult is bedtime for me. It's like we have a good schedule going when it comes to her
Mhm.
nap, but it's like bedtime. And I think the mistake that we made, because when she was 6 months, we transitioned her to her own room.
Oh, I did
So
the same thing as well.
well, right? We started well, like we had it on point. Then in the middle of the night, you're tired, she's tired.
Mhm.
Instead of going back and forth, you put her in the middle of your,
Mm.
they got used to it. It's like she got used to being in the middle of us, and now don't really want to stay in her room or crib. So it's bedtime, I feel like, is the
Yeah.
most difficult. Yeah.
Now, does she wake up in the middle of the night, or is she able to sleep all the way through?
She started for a while. She was doing well with sleeping. I think she also has a moment too. you
Mhm.
know she has a moment. So now she will wake up at times, and I'll go in her room, pray with her, or sometimes just bring her in. I'll just bring her in. I'm tired, I'm pregnant too, let's just, and just bring her in, and but she has a moment. Sometimes she'll give you the whole night, and sometimes she'll just wake up. And but the crazy thing is, she'll wake up once you bring her in. She's asleep. So
Of
it's like
course,
she knows. She
she
she knows.
knows. She knows.
It's my fault. It's our fault. We fail.
Oh man. You had mentioned your daughter is 17 months. Is that correct?
Yes,
17 months. Yeah. My son is 15 months, so they're very close.
they
And
are.
yeah, so I definitely get you when you say the hugs, because that's what he's doing now. It's like I'll ask him for a hug and he understands me. So to see me ask for a hug or ask for a kiss and then he actually comes and gives me one,
Right?
I'm like, oh
Oh,
my God, you actually understand me.
right. Yeah, they are amazing.
Oh, I
And
love
I think even though it's hard having her in the middle of us sometimes at night, I enjoy it. I make sure I enjoy it, because they grow up, like I said earlier, so fast.
yeah,
And there's going to be a time where I'm not going to have that,
yeah.
And I told my husband the same, because he just struggle when she's in the middle, because she's all over the place,
Yeah.
right? Her legs, her head, but I enjoy every moment of it, because I know there's gonna be a time where she's gonna be this big girl who may not want to be next to mommy like that. Hopefully it continues, what the love I'm getting, but you just never know. So I enjoy every moment of it because it's amazing.
It definitely is.
Yeah.
Now, time for my last question. I can't believe we made it that fast.
I know.
And that was, did you have a crazy experience the
Mhm.
first time you gave birth? And what are you expecting this time around?
Huh. Crazy experience. I wouldn't, well, Well, crazy experience. I was 40 weeks. I passed my due date. Yeah, I was 40 weeks. Like she was like a little stubborn. They didn't want to come out. But yet when she came out like a basketball. They had to like literally grab her so she would, fall
Wow.
from them. So and the doctor was funny and she was like, oh, that's the little one that was, that didn't want to come out. Look how she came out because she's just like so but when we went, because we had to get induced because I was past due,
Yeah.
so we had to get induced. And when we went there, and the whole pregnancy, I was my blood pressure was fine, like no issues, nothing. And then after they prepped me, I don't know if it's fear, because sometimes fear sometimes creep in
Mm-hmm.
your mind. I didn't feel fearful, but I know I felt something around my chest area. And from there, I was in the verge of preeclampsia. So they were monitoring me because of that. And I had this high fever, and they had to put, stuff around me to keep me cool, but it was weird, being induced and whatever that thing they put inside of you, and them actually breaking my water. That was weird because the water felt warm. It's like I felt everything. It's like the water felt so warm and stuff. And then thankfully I call it quick. Because according to the nurse, it's your first child, you're being induced. Oh, you're here for 2 more days. I'm like,
Yeah.
that was a liar. When they said that, and when she said that, I was like, no, I'm not, because I did natural. I did natural birth, and there's no way I wouldn't last that
Oh
long, But
God.
thank God, 6 hours later, she came through, and like I said, she just and they had to like, catch her,
That's
you know.
amazing.
Yeah, so that was crazy. And for this one, I just asked God, well, I did 6 hours with Winner. Can you just make it? I'm scared of my prayer. I'm really scared of my
Ooh.
prayer
Ooh.
because the word that I use, I could have used any words, but for some reason, I used the word swift. And
Mm.
you know what swift is. And
Mm.
I'm scared of that because that swift can happen anywhere, you know,
Mm.
in the home, in the bathroom, anywhere.
Yeah.
So I asked that, but yet I'm scared of that,
Ah,
because I
grocery
don't
store. Oh.
know exactly. So but yet I'm open, whether she's gonna be like her sister, coming late 40 weeks or
Yeah.
early on time, so I'm open. I started to think about the pain though.
Mm.
I started to think, even though I don't really physically remember it, but I know it was tense and I know it was painful. So I started to think about that.
Do you want to do natural again this pregnancy?
I hope so. Because I experienced preeclampsia in the
Yeah.
past. So now I'm on medication for it, just baby aspirin to help me control it. So I'm hoping I get to have another natural, like nothing happened with my pressure that will, have to do,
Yeah.
severe, C-section, emergency C-section. If it comes to it, like I said, safety is first. Go for it, make sure we safe. But I truly hope, that's why I asked for Swift.
Lift.
Let's just get it over with, so that way we're good, So I'm open to whatever God allows.
Mm, that is amazing. Guys, there you have it. I want to say thank you to Regine.
Of
Thank you
course.
for, just coming today with me. I feel like you're right here next to me.
Right?
Obviously, these times we're doing it through Zoom, but thank you. I really do appreciate your time and just to have these questions. And guys, like I said before, please subscribe to her channel if you want to see the answers that I had for the questions that she gave. Please visit her channel. She'll be having the video as well. And that way you can see my answers to some of those questions. And I will put her link below on the description, so don't forget to check that out as well. And that is all for now. Thank you again, and thank you guys for watching. Bye bye now.